Well, hello and welcome everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. My name is Paul Cho from Suncheon UBF, and today in my presentation, we're going to talk about Instagram for campus ministry. So by this time, I think we all know that social media is a crucial part in the world of ministry, especially for the college and young adults. Last year, I spent about 10 months in Suncheon, South Korea, taking a break from my work and leaving my comfortable life in Southern California to help my dad, who is a step shepherd of Suncheon UBF, and serve Suncheon University campus students. Well, when I first began, I had a passion. I mean, I'm young, I had energy and I had zeal to serve God. But my gosh, it was incredibly difficult in the beginning. I know every country is a little different, but in South Korea, churches were almost being persecuted and hated by many campus students. They simply did not have a great vibe about Christianity, and it made it really difficult to even approach them and even have a word with them. So I had to pray about it. I prayed, God, things are really different down here, Lord. We really need a new way of approaching these campus students, meet eye to eye with them, and effectively evangelize. And then God gave me an answer in my heart, and it was, of course, Instagram. Instagram is a new way of connecting with the youth and young adults, and it is a new way of spreading gospel. It's like a daily gospel news that students can subscribe to and receive updates and information about your church and receive gospel through it. It is that simple. So now we understand that Instagram is important and that it's probably useful for campus ministry, but how are we going to utilize it and maximize its potential? Well, it's simple. Reach publicly and connect personally. You're going to reach the general public first. In this case, the general public will be college and young adults or Gen Zs and millennials. And once you reach them publicly, then you're going to connect with the individuals to a personal level. So let me just be more specific about that. Here's Suncheon UBF's strategy for campus mission. And just know that Suncheon UBF is a very small church. So first, you're going to post to show your audience how loving and wonderful your community, your fellowship, or your church is. Like I said in the beginning, Korean college students generally do not have that great vibe about churches and Christianity. And in some cases, churches are seen as boring and sometimes hypocritical. Well, we all know that that's not true. How wonderful are our UBF ministry and each individual chapters, right? I mean, we share gospel, we share God's grace and love, encourage one another, and live our daily life with joy and peace, right? I mean, if that's not the case, I'll pray for you. But, well, I mean, we have this wonderful fellowship, and let's show them that. Before we try to force the gospel down their throat, let them accept us as a wonderful community and fellowship. Let them open their hearts and let us reach out to them in that way. And second, gain followers with creative strategies. After reaching out to them and show them how wonderful our fellowship is, we're going to gain followers. Allow them to click the follow button by being creative. Well, Pauline shared some great strategies earlier in the presentation. We'll throw some events, get them to be involved and earn that followers. Be creative and secure that follow. That's how you're going to start connect with them. And I will share what kind of strategies I use to gain followers later in the presentation. And third, once you gain their followers and make connections with them, you're going to invite them to your church in person, to one of your hangouts, to Sunday worship service and your Bible studies. Start working for discipleship. So this is how Suncheon UBF started developing and building up our Instagram account. Just like a lot of you guys here today, Suncheon UBF Church was pretty small church. We had two families, my mom and dad, and one other family. We had three solid students who regularly attended Sunday worship service and Bible studies, which I'm very much thankful for that. I mean, three students, that's great. But other than that, students would just come and go. So first, we needed to start inviting more students to church by reaching publicly. Well, with these three beautiful students and brothers and sisters in church here. I think you can see them out here. These are the three beautiful brothers and sisters in church that were Bible students, solid Bible students. We started posting to show our audience, which is a Suncheon University student, how loving and wonderful our fellowship is with these three students. Let me actually show you how that was done in our Instagram account. So I'm going to now share my screen. Think about now you guys can see my screen. There we go. Can you guys see my screen? Give it a thumbs up if you can. If you can. All right, awesome. So this is Suncheon UBF Instagram account, and let me just briefly show you and start from the beginning. This is the first post. Sorry if this isn't in Korean, I mean, but this is chapter in Korea. So this is basically, we started with the first post explaining, giving a description about our church. And the second post, this is like a Korean brochure explaining what our church is and what we do. And in the bottom right here, this is basically saying that, hey, this is for events. If you follow our Instagram account and leave a comment down below and start connecting with us, we're going to give you a Starbucks gift card and Baskin Robbins gift card. So we kind of created this events to gain more followers. So we actually posted this initially, and then we're going to start utilizing later. So our initial post, look at this. I mean, this is in our church. I know a lot of people are going to be like, whoa, what are you guys doing in church? But we basically wanted to show our students that, hey, in our church, we are not boring. We're actually having some great fellowship together. We can actually have fun. Look how great our community, our fellowship is. So we started posting pictures of us hanging out, just having great fellowship together. We're eating out, dining out together. We're having some great time in church. We're cooking in church. We're eating at church. We can do great things. We can play ping pong. Just come out to us. And then we started posting, just having our fellowship. We show them what kind of fellowship we are having, just to show them, hey, we're not boring. We're not hypocritical. We can actually have fun in our church. So come to us. So here's a little bit of a picture and boomerang post of for graduating students. And here's some church brochure. And then after we start building all this Instagram and make it look a little relatable and show audience how loving and wonderful our church is, we did a little event to gain followers with creative strategies. So this is the front entrance of Suncheon University. This is like the very, it's like a common area where students are. So when we actually go out to campus, especially in Korea, when we approach students, my goodness, they just, I don't know, sense us from miles away, and it's like, oh my God, there's Christian. Let's just leave. And it's kind of hard. It was kind of hurtful to me. And I was thinking, hey, is there any way that we can actually get them to be interested in our ministry? So I prayed about it, and it kind of gave me an idea. Hey, why don't we bring this Nintendo Switch and just go out to campus and get them excited about our ministry? So we didn't just go out and start preaching gospel to them. We initially started just having fun, building relationship with them, and start building rapport with them. So we, after playing about a couple of games, and we approached them, hey, we're actually we're from this church right here. And then if you start following our Instagram account and start commenting on our account and start connecting with us, we're gonna give you a Starbucks gift card and Baskin Robbins gift card. And I mean, if you're not interested, just check us out. I mean, we're having so much fun. We're such a great community. We're such a great church. So we start showing how great of a community we are, and people started showing up to our church. Of course, this is not all from Instagram, but people generally have an idea, the vibe that, oh, thank you for the follow. I don't know who did that, but thank you. So people started seeing that, oh my gosh, this church is actually different. This is not boring. This is actually a church that we can actually attend to and have fun and have great fellowship with. Not necessarily for Bible content. We're going to do that later once we start building up our relationship with them. So I started showing. So people would start showing up to our meetings and worship service and our events. And we started posting these pictures and videos to show what we're doing as a community, as a church. So we made it look really nice. And this is a little videos of a UBF medical mission from Gwangju chapter 3, Uganda Healing Mission right here. We show them how wonderful things we're doing as a church, as a UBF ministry. And this is in Korean, but basically this is a helpful resource for students who are studying hard. This is like a study calendar. This is for helping them to study. So we kind of post. It's not a gospel content, but it's a content for the students, and we kept posting pictures so that we can show our audience how loving and wonderful our church is. And as a result, more and more students started showing up. I mean, we started with the three solid students and a couple of students come and go. And but then we started having this, more and more students showing up to our ministry, and we started posting posts that are aesthetically looking aesthetically pleasing, so that more and more people can be interested in our ministry and see what kind of things we're doing. And then we actually went out to different we had an outing, and this is beautiful. I mean, like, people would see that, it's like, oh my gosh, this is pretty cool. I want to join that fellowship. I want to join that church. So we started creating posts that can get their attention, get their interest. And here's some more aesthetic, looking aesthetically pleasing to them. And little by little, we introduced a little bit of a gospel. So I posted picture right before the midterm. So I mean, this is Philippians chapter 4:13. This is a great Bible verse, especially for this, studying students right before exam, right? So we didn't kind of force the gospel into them, but we just slowly started to introduce to them what our gospel is. And during the before the midterm, this is like a snack box. So we told them, hey students, in our church we have a snack box. If you're hungry, if you need to study, come to us and study in our church, and we have snack box here. You can come anytime and enjoy. And after study, this is in Korean, but it's basically saying that, hey, I know your midterm is over. Come to our church. We have an event. We're going to give you pizza, chicken, Baskin Robbins. We have a board game. You can come out and hang out with us after your midterm. So a lot more students started coming. We had actually went to orientation or some retreat. Look at that, UBF Heart. A lot of missionaries are gonna love that stuff. Um, and yeah, I mean, we started posting pictures of us just having great fellowship together, get their likes, get their attention, and get their interest. And as a result, this is a Summer Bible Conference of 2019. Gosh, we all missed that in-person Summer Bible Conference. And, a lot of students started coming to actually, and a lot of students actually join and attend our Summer Bible Conference. This is actually joint conference. It's not the whole like Suncheon UBF. This is actually with Gwangju 3, chapter 3. But I mean, this is the study group for Suncheon UBF. A lot of students actually came to our ministry because we actually made an environment where students will look at it and see, wow, this is a great community. This is a great church. And that's how they got involved in our church and start coming to our service and start coming to the Summer Bible Conference. And continually, we started posting more pictures of our hangouts. And this is actually announcements for a Common Life. So hey, we started showing them we have this great Common Life here. If you guys need a place, come to us. And actually 2 to 3 students actually joined our Common Life. And after we started building this solid relationship with students in Instagram, we started introducing some gospel content. So this is some popular preachers, and we started posting some gospel, very short clip, but we started doing that. We started showing our own UBF messages. Again, this is shortened. This is the highlights of the church. It's like a less than 1 minute message. And we started showing, this is a Selena Gomez worshiping God, singing the song The Blessing. So we started showing, hey, actually a lot of celebrities are actually Christian, and this is pretty cool. We show them Christianity is actually very relatable, very interesting. It's very wonderful and loving community. This is okay, let's show English one. So this is basically announcing our Sunday worship service, but making it look a little aesthetically pleasing. So we started introducing more and more gospel content and updating them with our church information. So let me go back to my presentation here. So the main thing is, first we post to show our audience how loving and wonderful our church is. And then we gain followers with creative strategies. And third, we invited students to our church in person. So this is Suncheon UBF strategy for campus mission, just like I mentioned. So next, you may ask, is there any other way to find campus students, not necessarily on offline, but gain followers on Instagram strictly? Yes, absolutely. You can utilize hashtag search and place search. Let's say, so I live in Southern California. I live near the city of Irvine. So there's a UC Irvine campus right here. So if I type in hashtag UC Irvine, there's hashtag and related hashtag search. If you start clicking one of these, I mean, I can't show you guys what happens after, because there's a lot of students posting. So basically, when you click this link, when you click this hashtags, a lot of students posted their feed and they tag this UC Irvine tag. So this is how you're going to find campus students online on Instagram. Same thing as a place search. You're gonna find a place, University of Irvine, and you're going to click this University of California Irvine or University of India or wherever you guys are. Click this place tag, and you're going to start seeing the post that your university students post. So you're going to find them over there. And then once you find them, you're going to start connect with them on Instagram into a personal level. So how are you going to do that? When your students post their Instagram feed, start giving them a like right here, and then start commenting, hey, your vibe is on point, man. Like, this is a great content. Start approaching them more personally, and then exchange that comment back and forth. When they post another post, just start liking them and give them comments. And once you start building more solid relationship on Instagram, you can now use the direct message or DM. It's like a personal message, and invite them. So this is us sharing the Sunday worship service announcement and say, hey, you want to join our Sunday worship service on Zoom, or even better, in person? We're open for in-person service now. Or you can invite them on direct message, hey, we are having this event, can you come? Start inviting them to your church in person. So as a result, our church having a great revival, numbers exponentially growing, and students joining discipleship program. Well, none of those happened, but rather what we had was a very slow but steady growth in numbers. More and more students started viewing our Suncheon UBF and Suncheon UBF as loving and wonderful community, and they started coming to our church, not necessarily for the worship service or Bible studies, but they came to seek fellowship. That's important these days, fellowship. That's the first step. They would come and hang out, eat with us, study together, having fellowship in the presence of God in church building. And thankfully, those students who were just coming for fellowship and activities like that, they slowly started to come to our Sunday worship service once in a while. Not regularly, but they would pop up once in a while to surprise us. And that's a blessing. I mean, and I know that God is planting seeds in their heart that way. So hopefully one day all the students that are coming and going, they would accept Jesus in their heart and come to our service regularly and become disciples. This is how God has been working in Suncheon UBF through Instagram, slowly but steadily. God is bringing students to our church one by one and planting seeds in their heart. So next, I want to give a shout out to a couple of notable mentions. So Suncheon UBF was a case where this one small church utilizing Instagram to bring new students to church and grow in numbers in a practical point of view. But if your chapter has some pretty good number of Bible students and you want to utilize Instagram for discipleship, these chapters are actually on point. They have pretty solid number of Bible students, and they are utilizing Instagram really well for discipleship training purpose. So please do check them out if you want to see how they're utilizing Instagram for their existing Bible students. So I want to emphasize the importance of co-working in this ministry. To be frank with you all, in order to utilize Instagram for campus ministry, we need to have young people getting involved. I want to encourage you to please pray that our younger generation in our ministry will start getting involved. Pray that your young Bible students and young shepherds, young missionaries, and our second gens will take ownership of this ministry and take in charge of social media ministry to be used for God's kingdom purpose. Please encourage them, empower them, support them, and pray for them. And lastly, if you simply do not have any young people to be involved in your ministry, and I know that this is going to be very difficult for on your own. If you need help, please reach out to UBF Media Team. We're planning on having some one-on-one coaching sessions and live Q&A sessions to address everyone's difficulties in this time. And if you're having a huge difficulty with Instagram, and if you do not have resources to consult with or get help, please reach out to me personally. Find Suncheon UBF Instagram. This is the Suncheon UBF Instagram name, and this is my personal Instagram name. Please reach out to me personally, and please send me a DM. I will try to help you as much as I can. Well, this is it for my presentation. Thank you so much for listening. I pray and hope that this was encouraging to you guys, and may God richly bless you in your ministry, and may he use Instagram for your ministry to grow and make disciples. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.